He was a genius watchmaker who inherited a failing shop from his famous father, but he was too bored to succeed. His sketchbook was filled with brilliant ideas for celestial clocks, but he could never finish what he started. The shop was failing because Leo was too busy chasing his next brilliant idea instead of doing the real work. One morning, an old wealthy man entered the shop and placed a beautiful but silent grandfather clock down. This clock had not ticked in 50 years, and every other watchmaker said it was beyond repair for any man. The old man offered enough money to save the shop if Leo could make the heart of the machine beat once again. A flash of motivation shot through Leo, and he began to work with a fiery passion for the first few days. The clock was made of over 1,000 individual parts, and every single one had to be checked by hand. It was slow and tedious work, and after a week, Leo's motivation was gone, and he felt a rising frustration. In a fit of anger, he knocked his tools to the floor and decided he would call the man to say he failed. That night, he found a set of small red leather journals that belonged to his father in a hidden drawer. The pages were filled with simple entries about boring work instead of the brilliant flashes of genius. His father wrote that a man who works only when inspired will be a man of many beginnings and no endings. The next morning, he made a rule to show up and work 4 hours every day, no matter how he felt inside. The first few days were the hardest, but he calmly put his tools down and said, "I will try again tomorrow." He was building character and learning the craft of his father through the steady and honest daily work. After 3 weeks of steady work, he found a tiny bent tooth that was invisible to everyone else who tried. With the careful hands of a surgeon, he fixed the tooth and began to put the 1,000 pieces together. He hummed the last pendulum and gave it a gentle push while stepping back into the silence of his shop. The clock started ticking, and the sound was a promise kept through the quiet power of daily discipline. The next day, the old man returned and stood in silence for a full minute listening to the steady rhythm. The man cried and said, "You have not just fixed a clock, but you have given me back a piece of my life. Motivation is the spark that starts the car, but discipline is the engine that drives the long journey. Do not worry about the whole staircase. Just focus on taking the next single step to build your dream." Leo saved his shop and his legacy, but more importantly, he finally fixed the major flaws in himself. The real reward is not finishing the project, but becoming the kind of person who can finish the project. Great things are not built by lightning, but by the steady and unstoppable power of showing up daily. He converted a small failing shop into a global empire through the secret engine of true discipline. To master the secrets of the billionaire mind and build your own empire, follow the champion ways for more. Stop waiting for motivation and start building your future today by following the champion ways for more.